It's time to get casually uncomfortable. News Edition with your host, Chuck Jerome. Viewer discretion is advised. What's happening? It is Wednesday. It is day 3 of December. Are you kicking ass? Are you taking names? Are you cashing checks and breaking necks? As John Cena would say. Are you doing all of that? Because if you're not, I mean, you're fucked at this point. It's already the end of the year. You got days before this shit is over, before you need to buckle down. Turn your shit all the way around. Don't forget, you don't want to do a 360. You want to do a 180. Calm your shit down. All right, so there's my little pep talk for every episode, because I think that's it's a positive thing to do. Hey, quit fucking around. That's what you need to say sometimes. You know what I mean? You gotta say it. You just gotta say it. So that's what I'm saying to you and to myself. So don't think I'm just, talking shit to you. For real. Life is going to be changing for the better. And we all need to embrace it, because if you don't change it for the better, then it's only going to get worse. It's all up to you, baby. You got to get another job. Get another motherfucking job. Do it. Just do it. All right. All right. Let's get into the news. So this first article, I saw something about wrestling. I don't watch it anymore. I've talked about this. It's not really my thing anymore. I can't get into it. But I did see where there was something going on. Paul Heyman, he's been around for a while. He is a manager. He is good at his job. If you know him, he's managed Brock Lesnar, one of the big names. I don't know the other people. I don't really give a shit about him. But when I was growing up, that motherfucker was doing his thing. Now, he's back with Brock. They had there was some kind of match going on over the weekend. A young kid, got through security, ran up to Paul Heyman. And Paul Heyman, he's an asshole on screen. I think I actually know someone who, helps his kids or something, watches his kids or something. It's something crazy. I don't know, but something like that. But on screen, his persona, he's an asshole, and he kept it up. He played it till its fullest extent and kind of pushed the kid away. Now everybody's pissed off. Why? Nobody's pissed off at the fact that, hey, security, where were you? You let someone get through. What if it was a big person? What if it was someone that just lost their mind? They're pissed off. It's been 20 years, Heyman, you son of a bitch. And they just hit him with a haymaker. But everybody's like, oh, he pushed a kid. No, that motherfucker got through. He knew he wasn't supposed to be there. There was security everywhere. So now someone, needs to talk to the parents. Hey, you need to fucking control your kids. I've been to plenty of wrestling events. Now, granted, they've never been that close, but I'm not going to run out there for the fear of security dragging me to the back and then beating my ass. Hey, maybe you need to watch your kids or watch that shit at home. All right, this is an article about dumb criminals. The last one was about dumb parents not watching their kids. What if that kid just ran off and anything? The world is not to be fucked with right now. People are crazy. But this article out of Shreveport, Louisiana, This woman committed a crime with a gun, then tossed the gun into some lake, and these guys, and she recorded it. Excuse me, before I go any further, she recorded a crime. She recorded herself tossing this gun like an idiot and posted it. And then people saw it online, and these guys, it says they drove more than 13 hours to Louisiana to find the gun on the bridge that she tossed it off of. And guess what? Guess what? They did. Now she's done. So now she has one count of illegal firearms possession, and then she was charged with child desertion after informing investigators that she had left her 1-year-old child unattended in a vehicle outside the police station during an interview with investigators. Yeah. And that's the article. So, yeah. This is what we're living in. Idiots. Now I want to know where she got the gun. Earlier I said she committed a crime with the gun. Honestly, you don't know. We'll find out more. I'm just saying that. Why would you have a gun if you're not going out committing crimes? Especially after you threw it into the water. So, I know people with guns. I know people with plenty of... Listen, if the zombie apocalypse popped off, I know where to go. Because they know how to use them. I watched a guy in the woods shoot a target no bigger than a hockey puck from some crazy mileage away with only a flashlight shone down into the scope as like a light fucking enhancer, because it was getting dark, like the sun's setting, you can't see. He's at least 200 300 something yards away. It's got some I'm probably wrong, it's probably further, but yeah. And he shot that fucking thing. It was a little target, I'm telling you. I don't know. I'm just going off now because I remember that day. Boom! I was like, dude, this is crazy. And then he's like, you want to go out hunting? And I'm like, nah, that ain't. They're going to think I'm a bear and then shoot me. So I'm trying to steer clear of that. No hunting for me. You know what I'm saying? No hunting for the Chuckster. All right, sorry if I'm just rambling already, but we're gonna dial it back in. Not dial it back. We're gonna corral it back in, I guess, if that's what you want to say. But this next article, I saw this and I was like, what the fuck is lasagna battery? And it's some real shit. It says it's an electrochemical phenomenon where layered foods can produce a measurable electric charge. And it says, now think about it. A battery, any battery, is built from 3 ingredients: 2 different metals and something acidic or salty in between that lets the ions move. So think about your layered lasagna. And then what you do is, here's where the metal comes in. You put it in a metal, aluminum baking pan. And then guess what? Magic happens. Science takes over. And you got some wild, corroded looking lasagna. And someone's going to think you're trying to kill them. But it can happen. I saw this article, then I had to Google this, and I was like, wow. That's one of the things, like they say, don't put alcohol in copper cups. And then the first thing I think of, mules. Everybody loves mules, which is just alcohol in a fucking copper cup. And they say the copper and the alcohol fucking react, and now you're drinking a fucking battery solution or some shit that's gonna rot your insides worse than Coca-Cola. All right, I need to write that down and talk about that on another episode. Foods and stuff that don't go together that are potentially harmless. So, yeah, that'll be a good one because there's definitely more things now that are harmful than there were years ago because people are trying to find different ways to make some shit cheaper and keep their business running. So they will make sacrifices. But yeah, you got the acid from the tomato, the metal, the layers where this shit can just bing, 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 fucking bounce around. And then boom, you got a fucking triple D battery you're baking in the oven like a fucking criminal. Google it. Look it up. I'm just finding the articles. I don't write them. Check out this one. 59-year-old Adolf Hitler Unoma was reelected for the 5th time as a regional councilor in Namibia. And it says, over the years, Unoma has tried to distance himself from the Nazi leader's ideology. He doesn't go by Hitler. He just goes by Adolf and Unoma. But that's what his parents named him. I guess not really knowing completely what this motherfucker was doing. And now that's this guy's name. And I don't know in other countries the custom on that. You just get your name. Like I know here, if you really don't like your name, you can go ahead and change it. I don't know how that works in other countries. He changes his name and gets beat to death. I don't know. But yeah, his name is Adolf Hitler Unoma. And I'm probably saying the last name wrong, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah. So that's wild. And people, think about this. People know who this guy is because it already said it. For his 5th time as regional counselor. So that guy means business, positive business if motherfuckers are voting for him again. But a rather unfortunate name. Yeah, that's a rough one. That's a rough one. This article is actually from a few years ago where an Irish politician almost lost everything because of deep fake videos on the internet. And a few years ago, that's when that shit was getting way out of control. And I think the government and everybody else stepped in to be like, listen, we cannot let people do this. I think when they did one with Taylor Swift. She had her butt cheeks all up in the air, and it was some AI deep fake stuff. And yeah. So this politician one night is sitting around with her family and gets a message about, hey, did you see the video? And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then other people are like, hey, we saw the video. She's like, what the fuck? And yeah, she said it was extremely pornographic. And she had to fight for her career to continue because someone was trying to sabotage her shit. And it is only gonna get scarier, folks. I am so worried for everything later on in life. I really am. I really fucking am. Because there's going to be a lot of people set up in some horrible ways. So this is some kind of cautionary tale that we all need to take into consideration. So be safe out there, please. And speaking of being safe, this U-Haul customer made the great decision to take pictures of his vehicle before he went ahead and took the vehicle off the lot. Apparently, that's the thing you are supposed to do, but they're not going to tell you, so that when you get back and there are some scratches that you didn't notice, guess what? It's your fault. Anything you are taking away and bringing back in a little bit, get some fucking pictures for reference so the companies don't screw you over. Especially, and listen, especially if you say no to the insurance fees. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen. Sometimes that's a good thing to have. Sometimes, I guess maybe not, you know? But if you don't go with it, I'm telling you, they might try and find a way to make a little extra money. And that's real life, because not everybody is an amazing person. Believe that. So even if you go out and rent a vehicle, take fucking pictures. Listen, the inside, the outside, the top, the fucking bottom. Because they might say, oh, you did this, you did that. And you know what? The price for a fucking light bulb at a fucking car rental place? $700. That's not including labor. $1,250. You're fucked. You're fucked. So don't be fucked. Where I find my articles, there's also a spot where there's usually some kind of Reddit article. And Reddit articles are just people putting their own stories out there. Not so much news, just, hey, this happened. And this guy wrote about how he was on the plane and he brought his laptop, and it was a very expensive laptop. And as soon as he took it out, the kid behind him popped up over the seat and was like, let me play it. And he's like, I'm not letting you play it. I just got this. I got it for this trip. I'm just trying to relax. Then the kid sits back down, starts kicking his seat. He tells the mother, have this little motherfucker stop. She's like, just let him play with the system. Let him play with your computer. And he's like, what the fuck? Like, what? Is this a bad dream? Like, I'm not giving up my fucking, my $1,300 computer so this little snot-nosed brat can play it to keep quiet. That should have been your fucking job, Mom. So now the kid's pissed off and starts yelling, wakes everybody up, said the mom gave the kid some water. The kid threw the water and hit someone else. That guy jumps up, yells at the mom, like, what the fuck is going on? And then she's like, this guy won't let my kid play with his computer. And the guy's like, let the kid play with the computer. And the guy's like, dude, this has to be the wildest fucking dream that I am in, because there's no way this is real. What? Listen, I'm glad that the good Lord does not put me in situations like that, because I don't know what I would do. Everyone, a lot of people are getting cussed out. I'm on a 14-hour trip and I got to hear this little motherfucker the whole time. No. Everybody get your shit together. We're not playing this game. No. And listen, I haven't been on a plane since 1999. Yeah, 1999. Damn, that's crazy. So yeah, I know things have completely changed. Listen, you got a kid, that's your responsibility to keep that little motherfucker occupied. Teach him tic-tac-toe, teach him a fucking card game, teach him to shut the fuck up, especially out in public. You're out in public, you're not trying to hear all that. I mean, I know it's public, but Nobody wants, especially on a plane. Sit down. Sit the fuck down. Speaking of sit down, I think that's what I'm going to do a little bit and relax before I have to go into work. See how it is, because it's getting cold. People are getting needy. When it gets cold, people get fucking needy. They get needy. They get so needy. So don't be needy once it gets cold. All right, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Casually Uncomfortable, Twitter, and Casually Unchuck. Let your friends know. All right, I'll see you next week. We'll be in the second week, so get your shit together. And don't be a piece of shit. Thanks.